Words have a magical power. They can either bring the greatest happiness or the deepest despair. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. See, unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. We choose not randomly each other. We meet only those who already exist in our subconscious. The goal of all life is death. Love is a state of temporary psychosis. Love and work, work and love, that's all there is. Psychoanalysis is in essence a cure through love. Where does a thought go when it's forgotten? Dreams are the royal road to the unconscious. I cannot think of any need in childhood as strong as the need for a father's protection. In the small matters trust the mind, in the large ones the heart. Love and work are the cornerstones of our humanness. Maturity is the ability to postpone gratification. Not all men are worthy of love. From error to error, one discovers the entire truth. The voice of reason is small, but very persistent. Religion is a universal obsessional neurosis. How bold one gets when one is sure of being loved. It is not attention that the child is seeking, but love. Where ID was, there ego shall be. All family life is organized around the most damaged person in it. The voice of the intellect is a soft one, but it does not rest until it has gained a hearing. The first requisite of civilization is that of justice. A strong egoism is a protection. Time spent with cats is never wasted. I've been a fortunate man in life. Nothing has come easily. A piece of creative writing, like a daydream, is a continuation of, and a substitute for, what was once the play of childhood. Everywhere I go, I find that a poet has been there before me. A father's death is the most important event, the more heartbreaking and poignant loss in a man's life. If you want your wife to listen to you, then talk to another woman. She will be all ears. The madman is a dreamer awake. The liberty of the individual is no gift of civilization. It was greatest before there was any civilization. Poets are masters of us ordinary men, in knowledge of the mind, because they drink at streams which we have not yet made accessible to science. Two hallmarks of a healthy life are the abilities to love and to work. Each requires imagination. When inspiration does not come to me, I go halfway to meet it. History is just new people making old mistakes. Dreams are often most profound when they seem the most crazy. Anxiety in children is originally nothing other than an expression of the fact they are feeling the loss of the person they love. Loneliness and darkness have just robbed me of my valuables. The ego is not master in its own house. Crystals reveal their hidden structures only when broken. Civilization began the first time an angry person cast a word instead of a rock. Dreams are the guardians of sleep and not its disturbers. All that matters is love and work. Were we fully to understand the reasons for other people's behavior, it would all make sense. Words and magic were in the beginning one and the same thing, and even today words retain much of their magical power. The dream is the liberation of the spirit from the pressure of external nature, a detachment of the soul from the fetters of matter. Writers write for fame, wealth, power, and the love of women. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Men are more moral than they think, and far more immoral than they can imagine. Dreams are constructed from the residue of yesterday. My love is something valuable to me, which I ought not to throw away without reflection. Only the real, rare, true scientific minds can endure doubt, which is attached to all our knowledge. In mourning, it is the world which has become poor and empty. In melancholy, it is the ego itself. All giving is asking, and all asking is an asking for love. In the depths of my heart, I can't help being convinced that my dear fellow men, with a few exceptions, are worthless. One is very crazy when in love. Knowledge is the intellectual manipulation of carefully verified observations. Where such men love, they have no desire, and where they desire, they cannot love. The ego represents what we call reason and sanity, in contrast to the ID which contains the passions. Smoking is indispensable if one has nothing to kiss.